Okay, so hello and welcome to yet another Gaming Masters video. So, today we're going to be talking about the future of Battlefield. We've got Battlefield 2016's reveal right around the corner, and I'm going to be summarizing my opinions of what it could possibly be, and the rumors and the background behind what people have thought it might be over the past year or so. Now, the gameplay in the background is from the BSM server. If you haven't checked out this awesome community for Battlefield, do go and check them out. I'll leave the link down below in the description. But the future for Battlefield has to be strong. With Call of Duty unveiling Infinite Warfare and a Modern Warfare 4, a Call of Duty 4 remake, which is the first Modern Warfare. The Call of Duty community have gone crazy, but they don't want Infinite Warfare, they just want the remake. So, the Battlefield community will possibly be even stronger, because it's got the fight against Call of Duty still. However, people don't want Infinite Warfare at this moment in time. They only want the remake, which only comes with Infinite Warfare, and I don't see people shelling out 60 quid for a remake of the game. But the opportunity that EA have right now is very, very big. If EA go a completely different route in comparison to Activision with Call of Duty, they will have either an amazing game if it's stable at launch, or they will possibly have a amazing game, but it won't be like amazing and breaking records kind of thing. Because if Battlefield went to World War II, for example, Battlefield will do really well. If Battlefield went to present day or futuristic, like a lot of shooters have been in recent times, I am going to be slightly worried for the title. I personally don't mind what era Battlefield 2016 actually is. However, the problem with the being a futuristic modern setting for the Battlefield title is it's not what the fans want, because it's what every game developer has been doing for the past 5 or 6 years. The fans want something completely different, like World War II, which is why Battalion 1944 has been doing so well, because they were gamers, they are still gamers, and they wanted to see a new World War II shooter on the market, which was really well done, and present day, as in, like, made recently, not 10-15 years ago. So, if the shooter is World War II, it will do really well. If it's Bad Company 3, it will do really well. If it's set in the past, it will probably do fairly well. If it is set in the future or present day, it will do well, but it won't do as well as it could do. That's basically what I'm trying to say. They've already confirmed. I'm not sure if they want... Well, to be honest, it was pretty much already confirmed, but they've already confirmed there will be a battle pack system. So, by process of elimination, it will be the same way that Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline have worked, where once you level up, once you get to a certain point in the weapon's progress as such, for example, with the AK-47, you've got 100 kills with it, you get a battle pack. That will be your method of unlocking your camos, your weapon attachments, and your XP boosts and stuff like that. So, battle packs have already been confirmed, so I'm not 100% sure how they could possibly implement that into a World War shooter, because there is not because Battlefield has always gone the way of being a fairly realistic shooter, not like you'll call your CS:GO style with like low time to kill, even though Hardline did. The way that they've put it together is it's not supposed to be like, oh, you can do whatever you want to do kind of thing. It's supposed to be a military shooter, not something like a fantasy shooter as such. So I'm not sure how they would possibly implement that into a shooter from the past, an era from the past. However, I'm sure EA and DICE will do it properly. And the campaign is going to be interesting. They will have to do a campaign. They do a campaign every year for Battlefield. Even though multiplayer is the core of the Battlefield franchise, they will do a campaign. I hope it's going to be a decent campaign. The campaigns for Battlefield haven't always been particularly good. I mean, I enjoyed Hardline, I enjoyed Battlefield 4, I enjoyed Battlefield 3, etc., but they could be so much better. There's a lot of room for improvement if you compare it to the previous games. So hopefully it will have a fairly sturdy campaign alongside with a multiplayer. Some people want co-op. I'm not sure if co-op will suit it, simply because co-op's dying. Like, you do have a few people here and there that do use co-op, but is it worth the developers creating a whole brand new version of the game, pretty much, because it isn't saying that you can just put in a few lines and create co-op. You've got to code a whole brand new element for the game. So if they do a co-op feature, I'm not sure how popular that will be. I would be very surprised if they do. The maps also, that's part of my problem. With the World War I shooter concepts, there wouldn't be that much variety in the maps. It would be just fairly open fields in Europe. World War II was fairly wide. There would be a lot more variety in the maps, so that's why that kind of like works out. That's why there haven't been particularly many World War shooters, because there won't be enough variety to keep the game going and going and going and going and going. So it would have to be World War II, or another war, for example, the Vietnam War, or a fictional war which took place in the past as such. The concept of Bad Company 3 I enjoy, I want it, but I'm not sure if they'll do it. However, part of my current problem is I think it's going to be something huge, simply because of the way that the developers have been marketing it. It's not been like, oh, I can't wait for the reveal of the next Battlefield, is going to be insane. It's been like the internet's going to explode after the reveal of the next Battlefield. Even the people that work on the site, like moderators that don't get paid, for example, or people that don't necessarily work in the industry or have much experience behind the franchise, are like, oh my god, this is going to be insane. And we haven't even had the reveal yet. Either there's just a lot of hype because it's not going, it's going to be a Battlefield returning to the modern, the military roots, or it's something huge. And I personally hope it's going to be something huge, because I can't see Battlefield having another flop again, because Battlefield 3's launch was meh. It was okay, but the game rescued itself and then turned into pretty much the best game in the franchise. You then have a look at Battlefield 4's launch. That was a failure, and we had no support for 6 months, and then we got CCE and it picks up, and now it's a fairly stable and decent game. Battlefield Hardline started fairly high, but then took a major flop, and the player base is lower on Battlefield Hardline, which is just over a year old, in comparison to a almost 3-year-old game, Battlefield 4, which probably isn't what EA wanted. However, they've now learnt their lesson that the Battlefield community don't like the fantasy cop versus robbers spin-offs in their franchise as such. It's always been a military-focused shooter. They've got the experience from it. They know what to do in the future. Maybe they won't do another version of that game, or maybe they will take the feedback that they have got and possibly do a Hardline 2 in the future. Obviously no time soon, because Voscroll only stopped working on Hardline towards the end of last year properly, with the last DLC that was launched. So the way that Battlefield has to go is it has to be a fairly stable launch, and it has to be something insane, because the Call of Duty fans are going to love the attention that they get with this with this Modern Warfare remake. The Battalion fans will have to wait until May, so there's gonna have to be something else that will tide over the people that don't want space futuristic warfare from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and they don't want to be playing the Call of Duty Modern Warfare remake because they don't want to buy Infinite Warfare, or they just don't feel like playing in Modern Warfare as a remake. They just want a new game, or they want to be playing Battalion 1944, which won't be out until May in beta, I believe. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Personally, I'm rooting for a Bad Company 3 or a World War II shooter. That's my personal opinion. Like, that is what I want right now. We'll have to wait and see for Friday at 9 PM BST, where EA will be streaming the live reveal of the next entry to the Battlefield franchise. If you stick around to the end of this video, do go and check out the Xbox, PlayStation, and also Origin stores, because Battlefield Dragon Valley Dragon's Teeth DLC is free for players until the 10th of May, and then also the DLC for Battlefield Hardline is also free as well, along with the usual like double XP boost. I'm just getting the name of the DLC that's free for Hardline. I had a momentary block there. There we go, it's Robbery that is free for Battlefield Hardline. So you can go and download that and play that completely free. And by the looks of it, they're going to do all of the DLC completely free. Because it says over the next few months we'll be giving away previously released expansion packs for both games, Battlefield Hardline and BF4, to anyone playing on Xbox One, Xbox 360, Origin, PS4 and PS3. So yeah, they're really trying to get the players back into the Battlefield franchise before this launch of the next title towards the end of this year, most likely in October. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, follow, and of course, as always, subscribe. I will have a video out on Friday, the second the new Battlefield has been revealed. I'll release the basic information about the game, and then I will have a breakdown of the content as well for you guys. Thank you for watching. We've got loads of content coming up on the channel. I shall see you in the next video.